Groning, left side wing, back-to-back threes, got it! Groning with back-to-back triples herself. She's got 6 points, and it's to a 9-point lead again.
Winter is here, and while the Bear is heading indoors, it certainly isn't going to hibernate. It's basketball season, and the gyms of Caribou County are heating up for this season's road to the playoffs.
Taken by Smith. Casey brings the ball forward, passes up ahead, backdoor pass to Lexi White, back to Smith who puts it up and in.
Whether it's the Soda Springs Cardinals, the Grace Grizzlies, or the North Gem Cowgirls, there is room for all in this Bears winter wonderland.
Stoddard outside, pump fakes on the three, feeds it to Christensen, wide open, splashes it home. Kyrie Christensen with a big three.
So come on in out of the cold and get yourself ready for Caribou County basketball on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Yamauchi with the basketball, fires it underneath, it's going to be White, reverse layup, and the Cardinals take a 1-point lead on Alexa White's 4th point of the game.
Local sports on KBRV 800 The Bear are brought to you by Sanders Furniture, Reed's Plumbing and Heating, Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting.
To Shea Donaldson, open for three, splash it down. Shea Donaldson cuts the lead down to 1 with her first basket of the night.
We are 20 minutes away from tonight's opening tip, so let's head courtside with the voice of Caribou County Sports, Caleb Burgraff.
There we go. Welcome back out. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of an issue getting things started here. A cord was not plugged in, but it's KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online at mylocalradio.com, as we get set to bring you the Aberdeen Tigers and the Soda Springs Cardinals on senior night in Aberdeen in what hopefully will be a better matchup than the first time these two teams met, as the Aberdeen Tigers lost by 39 the first time at Soda Springs, but they are coming off of a close game against Westside, a good game against Malad as well in the last couple of games through the district. So hopefully the Aberdeen Tigers, with a little bit more to play for too, to give themselves some momentum going into their first round district game against Bear Lake, will be able to give the Cardinals a run for their money here on the road in the final game of the district. All that's going to be coming up. We have plenty more in the pregame show, as well as the JV game wrapping up with a 42-12 lead for Soda Springs. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto Marcy
and Brett
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past the first 3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then
think
drive 5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers, as we have about 18 minutes until the start of tonight's contest. and senior night for the Aberdeen Tigers. The Soda Springs Cardinals coming in 7-0 in district play. The Tigers coming in 2-5. And the Soda Springs Cardinals will be looking to try and finish the regular season perfect and continue into the district tournament with that #1 seed after a win against Westside last night. We'll take a look now at our standout student, brought to you by Caribou Motor Rewind in Soda Springs. And after this, we will get you right into our coaches' interviews as well. But first, it's time to sit down with junior Case Griffiths from Soda Springs High School on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
For the past 32 years, the team at Caribou Motor Rewind has been specializing in pumps and electric motors, including domestic pumps for house wells. Offering parts and service, they have everything you need. The team at Caribou Motor Rewind thanks everyone in southeastern Idaho for your business and congratulates area high school students on their hard work and dedication to schoolwork and to sports. Caribou Motor Rewind, 198 North Hooper, Soda Springs. Stop in today.
Caleb Bergraff with junior Case Griffiths from Soda Springs High School. And Case, you're a standout student for this week. And the first question for you, how's the semester been going? Obviously, you just started this one, but what's your thoughts on the new classes you're taking?
I really am enjoying this semester. I have a good class at outdoor rec. We go snowshoeing and snowboarding and stuff, and I definitely like that. So it's off to a good start so far.
What are some of the other classes that you're taking besides the outdoor rec class, and any of those that have really jumped out at you as ones that you enjoy as well?
I like learning Spanish. I like learning new things, the new language, about new cultures. So Spanish is going really well. Mrs. Pancow's doing pretty good in English. She's a good teacher in English. Math, still math. I like it.
When you look at the teaching side of things, teachers can always make or break some of the classes that you're in. You said Mrs. Pankow is one you enjoy. Any other teachers around the school that you've enjoyed?
Yuskowski, definitely. I enjoy Yuskowski. Mrs. James, she's always fun. She's kind of quiet, but she's fun. Mrs. Worthington's very knowledgeable.
When you go into a classroom for the first time, what do you look for in a teacher? What is a good learning environment for you when a teacher does certain things?
Humor, definitely humor.
Now you're a junior here at the school, a couple years through the high school. Now you've kind of gotten the rhythm down. What are some of the tips that you've learned to kind of make it a little bit easier to get through school and get some good grades?
There's certain teachers that get offended somehow, and you just don't offend those teachers. Be nice to all those teachers, but there's teachers you can joke around with, so you just got to know which teachers you can push the limits with.
Are you looking forward to your senior year, and do you know what your senior project's going to be, or any of the activities you're going to be doing your senior side of things?
I look forward to being a senior. For my senior project, I'm kind of looking into organizing a dirt bike race here in Caribou County, but that's not 100% in cement yet, so we'll see what happens with that.
Now colleges, this is always a time when kids start kind of figuring out where they might want to go. Have you given any thought to what college you might want to be deciding to go to, or is that still off your radar?
Probably the cheapest college there is for me. That's probably where I'll end up going.
A couple more questions for you. The first one, when you look at Soda Springs High School, what are some of the things that you remember most about this school and you enjoy most about coming into the doors?
The teachers are good, and I like the students here. We have great athletic programs and stuff, so I definitely like our athletics and our extracurricular activities.
We'll wrap it up with that question that you just tied into there. You do wrestling and football here. Does that add to the experience of being a student here at the school, and what do you learn in those sports as well?
I think so. I think it takes a level of school spirit up a little bit. So yeah, definitely it boosts the school spirit and gets you more involved in school.
Case, thanks so much for taking the time to talk. You're a standout student for this week, and good luck the rest of your year.
Thanks.
That was junior Case Griffiths from the Soda Springs High School junior class, as he was kind enough to join us on our pregame show with our standout student interview. And we have plenty more coming up on the pregame show with 14 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the pregame warm-ups. The Cardinals out on the court warming up. The Aberdeen Tigers yet to take to the court yet. We'll keep you updated on how things are going on the court for the warm-ups as we continue to move forward. Ryan Wallen, the head coach of the Aberdeen Tigers, joins us on the other side of this break on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
mylocalradio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, this is John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting, here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You know, style is a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody's business. So please, plan ahead, designate before you celebrate. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
About 12 minutes and 16 seconds left to go here on the pregame warm-ups for both teams. The Aberdeen Tigers taking the court and making their way forward. We have a couple of updates on the Aberdeen Tigers, who come into this game 9-10, 2-5 in District 5 action as they head into the District 5 tournament as the number 4 seed. Head coach Ryan Wallen talked with us about what his team needs to do, particularly with the game coming up on Monday, in order to build their confidence and get themselves some momentum going into that final and first district game, as they will be able to get set for the number 4 seed versus the number 1 seed if they come out of that, or it would be the Bear Lake Bears coming out of that too. But plenty to decide before that as they try to build up some confidence in tonight's game against the Cardinals. Here Ryan Wallen joins us here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Bergraff with Coach Ryan Wallen from the Aberdeen Tigers. And Coach, the season's at a close right now. It's senior night for your Lady Tigers. What are your thoughts on the way that the season wrapped up for you guys with district play moving forward?
Well, we've been kind of limping into the finish line, literally and figuratively. Our two top scorers, McKenna Schroeder and Tasha Pocock, are both injured. Tasha's our only senior, so she's going to play tonight. McKenna's out, and we hope to have her back for districts, but we'll find out on Monday after she visits with her doctor. But she's got an injured knee, and she's just trying to gut it out, and we hope that she can make it. She did okay on Thursday night. She was probably about 60-70%.
Looking at your team, you guys wrapped up the 4 seed and are going to be able to host Bear Lake here on Tuesday night. When you already have the seed wrapped up going into this last game, what are some of the things that you tell the girls, especially when you have a team like Soda coming in who got the 1 seed earlier this week?
Our girls are excited to play. It's a challenge, and I like the fact that they're excited to play. You know, we were beaten very badly in Soda Springs, and that was a tough loss for the girls to take. But I noticed that this week they've been excited, even though they know that they're without McKenna tonight. And our focus is on us. We're just trying to get better, and we recognize that Soda's very talented and very well coached, and it's a great chance for us to go up against really stiff competition and try to get better.
You talked about the last game at Soda where there were high expectations going into it, and then it kind of got sucker punched right in the first quarter of that game. When you have a game like that, and then you know you have another game against Soda after this one, how do you need to use this game to make sure, even if you don't win this game, that you instill more confidence by looking at how the girls play against Soda the second time around?
Like I've told the girls, it might be a little bit of a blessing in disguise not to have McKenna tonight, because they rely so much on her sometimes, probably too much. And I think that was evident in the game at Soda Springs, that they looked to her too much, and she probably tried to do a little too much. And against a very good team, that's not going to work. And so for us tonight, we just need to try to focus on the things that we want to do better. We need to execute a little bit better. And I think that if the girls can take it upon themselves to try to make sure that they perform their job to the best of their ability and not try to overdo it or try to do more than they're capable, then I think it might help us going forward. You know, when you lose by 39, that's a pretty big slap in the face. And, you know, our girls took it pretty well, actually. They weren't happy about it, and they came back and worked hard. And since then we've had some pretty significant injury issues to deal with. So I think that they're taking the adversity in stride, and our focus tonight is to just try to do better, to try to be a little better ourselves and not worry so much about what Soda's trying to do, but try to focus on getting better.
Coach, looking forward to hopefully seeing a better game from you guys and hopefully a more competitive game onto the court tonight as we continue to move forward here on senior night for the Tigers.
Yeah, I hope so. Appreciate that, Caleb, and appreciate you guys coming. Thanks.
That's Coach Ryan Wallen of the Aberdeen Lady Tigers, and of course they are going to be having senior night for number 22, Tasha Pocock, tonight, and there should be a video presentation that is going to be coming up for that as well, as we will not be able to bring that to you as we're on the wrong side of the gym to do it on, but they are going to be trying to do a special senior night presentation for her, and we'll bring you all of that as we move forward here at the home of the Aberdeen Tigers. One more interview on the way as Kat McCullough, the sophomore guard coming off of the bench for the Cardinals, will join us here on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today, 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Lady Tigers. Caleb Burgraff here on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. And hopefully you have a good game on the way for you guys tonight as the two teams continuing to make their way through their pregame warm-ups. We will take a look at what these two teams did against each other the last time that they played, as we'll go over the stats and numbers from each of those two teams, as well as how the two teams have shaped up in District 5 play. But first, we're going to have a chat with Kat McCullough, a sophomore for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and find out what her thoughts are on this team as they make their way through this game for what could be a very possible rematch against these two teams next Thursday when the Soda Springs Cardinals open up the District 5 tournament in their home gym against the number 4 seed or the number 5 seed, the winner of that game, which is going to be played on Tuesday, will be making their way to the home of the Cardinals. But Kat McCullough joins us before we talk about any more of that on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Burgraff here with Kat McCullough from the Soda Springs girls basketball team. And Kat, you guys just wrapped up the number 1 seed in your last game against Westside. Did that take a little bit of pressure off of you guys going into this last game against Aberdeen, knowing that everything had been solidified there?
Yeah, we're happy with the win, and because we get more games at home, and that's how we like to play, so we're happy with it.
You guys had a very, very tight contest for a little while against Westside till the fourth quarter where you were able to pull away. Did you expect that from them that night, and what were some of the keys that you saw in the game to you guys coming away with that win in such a tight contest?
I think we all kind of struggled, and we didn't play our game at all, and they played better than they did last time, but I think some of the key points that helped us win were Casey showed up and she played better than the rest of us did and kind of took the win for us, helped us a lot. So it's good to know that when you have a bad game, we have a teammate that will back you up.
Looking at tonight's game now, you guys get to take on the Aberdeen Tigers. Second time this year. You really handled them pretty easily the first time that you guys played them. How do you keep this from being a trap game when you know that you played so well against that team and you're coming off of an emotional victory?
We don't overlook teams, and we're just going to make sure we come at them with everything we got and how we always play, and just play our game and not play down to their level. And if they throw something new at us, just take care of business.
Who are some of the girls that you remember from the team last year? Are there any girls that you really remembered that you really need to take your time with tonight and make sure don't hurt you?
I mean, McKenna Schroeder has some hype on her, but we're not really scared because we've got a team and not just one all-star player, and we've got a family. So
looking at that family, you guys were able to honor the 3 seniors last Thursday as well. How good did it feel to be able to send them out on a win at home in front of the home crowd against a really tough team?
Good, because we love our seniors, and I'm glad that we got them a win.
Final question for you, and that's knowing that Aberdeen is most likely going to be the first team that you guys play in those district tournaments and playing them here tonight. Are there any things that you guys need to do tonight in order to give yourselves a little bit more of an edge even going into that game on next Thursday?
Just keep our intensity and play our game. We know exactly what we need to do. It's the same thing we need to do at every game. Just it's the matter of coming with your head ready to play, and your mental part needs to be ready just as much as your physical, and that's what Schwann always tells us. But we know what we need to do, and we'll get it done.
Kat, thanks so much for taking the time to talk. Good job fighting your way through the distractions on the outside, and hopefully you guys can fight your way through a win tonight here against Aberdeen.
Thanks.
That was sophomore Kat McCullough for the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals as she talked with us about what the Cardinals need to do tonight to get a second win against the Aberdeen Tigers. And if you look at Soda Springs on that last game, Kat McCullough actually had a very strong game last time these two sides met. 9 points and 2 rebounds as a sophomore. That was really her breakout night as she really jumped out onto the court, especially in the second half, with 7 points in that second half. On the other side, you heard about McKenna Schroeder as Kat McCullough was talking about her there, but that is going to be one thing that the Cardinals will not have to deal with tonight, as McKenna Schroeder, unfortunately for the Aberdeen Tigers, is going to be sitting on the bench for tonight's game. She has some knee issues that she is trying to battle through. She should be back, they hope, for the district tournament, but she will not be playing tonight. That is going to take away 10 points out of the 26 that the Aberdeen Tigers scored in that first game against the Soda Springs Cardinals. But they do have players who can definitely step up. Josephina Uribe out there in the starting lineup, number 24, scored 7 points and had 5 rebounds. Tasha Pocock, the senior who's going to be recognized tonight, had 5 points and 3 rebounds. And Mackenzie Rucker had 4 points and 2 rebounds in that game. That's going to be a big thing to talk about, though, is the rebounding game in tonight's contest, as the Cardinals, last time that they played, it was a 33-19 rebounding advantage for the Soda Springs Cardinals in that matchup. And if the Cardinals end up having another advantage like that, they should be able to win this game, as the rebounding category always one of the biggest, particularly in women's basketball and girls basketball, where you don't necessarily have the height and you do have a bigger struggle for the basketball down low when it comes to that category. And the Cardinals, when it does come to that height, Jessie Bell now coming in at 6'1", and Kirsten Rasmussen, who, as far as the district is concerned, is one of the better players at using her body down low to box people out, despite only being 5'10", which is still tall for what a lot of the girls will be facing here, is not necessarily anything that is ridiculously tall compared to anybody else out there on the court for this Aberdeen team, which has plenty of height, plenty of good volleyball players onto their squad as well. Another big thing to be interesting in this game is going to be the turnover battle as well, as the Aberdeen Lights go out here at the Aberdeen gym and they are going to put up a video tribute to Tasha Pocock, as she is going to be sent off with a well-deserved send-off, as the Aberdeen crowd stands on the side of the court to watch as the video gets set up on the wall just to our right. We're going to take a break, have a chance to hopefully watch this video ourselves right here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Live life comfortably in your new cozy Lazy Boy recliner, sofa, couch, or love seat. With a huge selection to choose from, you'll find the right one for you at Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. If you've been dreaming of brand new kitchen appliances like refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and chest freezers, you'll be able to find top brands like Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag. Visit Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. Come find what you're looking for. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
This year, firefighters will battle thousands of wildfires around the country in hopes of containing them. But a single ember that escapes can travel more than 1 mile, where it can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Prepare, protect, prevail. Get fire adapted. Learn simple steps you could take now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Would your business survive a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers, and again out on the court right now, the team, the crowd here gathered watching the far side wall just to our right and enjoying a video tribute. Unfortunately, we can't show you what the video is, but it's a lot of work that went into it to honor their senior, Tasha Pocock, who will be playing her last home game here for the Aberdeen Tigers until Tuesday night, that is, when the Aberdeen Tigers will be taking on the Bear Lake Bears here in the first round of that District 5 tournament, and that will be her official last game here in the Tigers black and orange. And they're hoping to send her off with a victory here tonight against the Soda Springs Cardinals, and that can sometimes swing the balance. Oftentimes you see a team like the Soda Springs Cardinals that has that 7-0 record coming into games and seeing that they already might have a possible advantage on teams, but in this case, that might not be the case when you have a team that is coming in through a senior night and the emotions are high in the gym, as we saw with the Cardinals against Westside last Tuesday night, and it really ended up helping them to have a very, very, very strong game against Westside and the Pirates to send their seniors off with a victory that they really closed out very well, and that could have been possibly something that helped them to motivate them late in the game. And again, that could always be something that would be the case here against the Aberdeen Tigers, especially when you have a girl that obviously, with the time that they are spending with this video tribute, which is again very well done over on the right side, with highlights from her career, photos from her basketball days, and strong presentation for their one senior Tasha Pocock as they wrap things up, and it gets a round of applause from the crowd here at the home of the Aberdeen Tigers. Coach Ryan Wallen, the one who planned that for his senior, and now he says a few more words as the team grabs around her and gravitates to her, giving her a big hug down low. And Tasha Pocock playing her last game at home in the regular season for the Aberdeen Tigers, and hopefully this one will be a good one and a special one for the Tigers senior. We'll take a break, come back with another look at what exactly we need to get tonight here on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers. Caleb Burgraff here on KBRV 800 The Bears. The Soda Springs Lady Cardinals getting warmed up on the gym floor for tonight's action between the Soda Springs Cardinals and the rival Tigers in the final regular season game of the year for both of these teams. The Cardinals, this will be their 21st game of the year. For the Aberdeen Tigers, it is going to be their 20th game of the season. We look at the polls coming into this tournament, and this game, I should say. The Soda Springs Lady Cardinals right now sitting 5th in the statewide media poll, right behind Sugar Salem, behind St. Mary's, who's 13-2, 14-4 overall. Mount New Plymouth is 13-2 overall. New Plymouth is ahead of them as well at the third spot, 15-4. West Jefferson receiving a first place vote is 15-3. And then, of course, the big team that everybody is talking about in the district and in the state championships, which are coming up, that would be Cole Valley Christian. And they are 18-1 with 1 game left to play this week. And that is your juggernaut. That is the team that everybody is nervous about coming into this state tournament as we head towards the district tournaments. And Cole Valley definitely going to be a big team. If the Cardinals win the district and take the number 1 seed, they would face Cole Valley in the second round of the state tournament. If they lose and take the number 2 seed in the district tournament, then they would face Cole Valley in the championship game with the battle with St. Mary's or West Jefferson on the other side. So a lot still to be decided, and that's why this game is important for Aberdeen and the Tigers, because if they win this game, it gives them plenty of momentum going into the matchup with the Cardinals next Thursday, as well as good momentum going into the game with Bear Lake. And if you can get that little bit of an emotional edge, you never know what can happen in the playoffs for any team that takes to the court. And when you look at how Aberdeen did against Bear Lake, it was a 60-20 win against Bear Lake last time they played. That was on Friday, January 15th. Since then, they lost to Ryrie 56-42. They lost to Webside 57-36. They lost to Declo 52-37, and they lost to Malad 47-28. But part of that also is because of some injuries to their team. They are not coming into this game at 100%, as they do not have Tasha Pocock at 100%, and of course McKenna Schritter out for the game. She is hoping to be back by the time the district tournament rolls around to give them a little bit of, again, extra boost going into that district tournament. Aberdeen's wins on the season, coming against Bear Lake twice. American Falls, they beat twice as well, 78-52 the first time, and they beat them 54-32 the second time. Raft River was also a pair of wins, 51-21 at Raft River and 49-16 here at Aberdeen. And then, of course, wins against Rockland and a win against North Fremont as well. That's probably the most impressive win on their record. They won here 61-54, and then North Fremont won 44-35 at their place, and that is their big split on the season. They lost to Ryrie 70-49. Not a bad loss on their record, too, putting up 50 points against a tough Ryrie Bulldog squad, losing to Declo twice, 56-51, as well as a 52-37 loss at Declo in the last week, in the 23rd. So we have our national anthem coming up here at the home of the Tigers, and we will pause briefly while they get set for the national anthem as the ladies make their way out onto the court for the cheerleaders. There's your national anthem as the Aberdeen Tigers getting set for the starting lineups. And the opening tip here between the Tigers and the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals. Again, the final game of the District 5 regular season coming up. And as we get set for the starting lineups, we'll again welcome you out here to the gym. A delayed start of this game by about 15 minutes as the Aberdeen Tigers holding their senior night ceremonies. And we welcome you here for what, again, hopes to be a very, very good ball game between these two teams. And the starting lineups for the Soda Springs Cardinals, will go through them first. Number 2, 5'7", senior Callie Groning leads things off. Number 4 is sophomore 5'5" Casey Smith. Number 12 is 5'7" freshman Reagan Yamauchi. Number 15 is 5'5" sophomore Taylor Myers. And number 24 is 5'10" junior Kirsten Rasmussen, wrapping up the starting lineup for the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals. On the other side for the 9 and 10 Aberdeen Tigers and 2 and 5 in District 5 play, as the crowd rises to their feet to introduce the squad to the Alan Parsons Project. Junior number 1 is Bailey Wallen, the daughter of Coach Ryan Wallen, a big factor on this team. She was held scoreless last time these two teams met. Not something that you can expect again if you're a Soda Springs Cardinals player. Number 20 is Mackenzie Rucker. She is a junior for this squad. Number 22 is, of course, the lone senior for the Aberdeen Tigers. Number 22, Tasha Pocock. Number 23 is junior Zoe Barrett. And wrapping it all up is junior number 24, Josephina Uribe for the Aberdeen Tigers. They'll be wearing their home white uniforms, Aberdeen written across the front of the jerseys in bold lettering with orange letters and outlined in black. Orange and black piping down each of the sides as Pocock introduced with a very, very good round of applause for her squad. On the other side for the Soda Springs Cardinals, they are going to be wearing their road blacks, Soda Springs written across the front, Soda above the numbers, Springs below the numbers, and red numbers outlined in white with red trim down the sides. The Soda SS on the right side and the Nike symbol on the left side of the jersey shorts. Two teams will meet at center court. The Cardinals will be working left to right. The Aberdeen Tigers working right to left and meeting at the center circle. Zoe Barrett will be taking the opening tip, going against Kirsten Rasmussen. Opening tip brought to you by the 3C Grill and Grace Burgers, Pizza, and Barbecue. Don't forget that they cater as well. The two officials make their way out into the middle of the court. And we are just about set with 8 minutes up on the board for the Cardinals and the Tigers. Opening tip up and won by the Cardinals, who will move left to right. It'll be Casey Smith flipping the ball to the left side. Groning takes it for a moment, gives it up top to Yamauchi after pump faking, and the Tigers will extend their 1-2-1 defense out near the top of the three-point circle. Pass into the paint. It's going to be Myers giving off to Rasmussen from 5 feet. Kirsten drops it home, and the Cardinals take a 2-0 lead on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard with 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Tigers go up the court, going over to Wallen on the near side, picks up her back foot and travels as the Cardinals will take over the first basketball going up the court. It'll be Taylor Myers to do the inbounding on the near sideline with Casey Smith receiving the pass and jogging it forward. Lob pass to the left side wing. Pump fake by Reagan Yamauchi. She gets cut off on the drive to the baseline, and the Cardinals will take it out near the three-point line again as Yamauchi gets the pass back and splashes home a drop. That's going to be Reagan's first triple of the game, the Cardinals' first triple, and they already show a little bit more of an outside presence tonight than the first time against the Tigers. Back the other way. Shot's going to be put up and missed by Jasmine Barajas. That's Tasha Pocock who missed the shot, and the Cardinals will pull down the rebound as Kirsten gets her first board. Pass over to Yamauchi is going to be missed on the backside, and Mackenzie Rucker comes up with the rebound for the Aberdeen Tigers to the near side. Taking it in the left side corners, Uribe, pass across the paint and to the top of the key to Pocock. She tries to go to right. The spinner splits a double team and is fouled on the way to the free throw line. As picking up the foul is going to be Casey Smith, and it will be an inbounds play coming up on the far sideline for Aberdeen. Doing the inbounding is Uribe as she stands in between the cheerleaders. Bounce pass intercepted by the Cardinals. Picked up by Yamauchi. She'll push the pace at the top of the key. Looks to cut in. Now finds Groning. Right side short corner. Up and off the rim softly. Rebounded by Casey Smith and brought back by the Cardinals as Kirsten Rasmussen will give the ball over to the far side. Shot's going to be missed by Rasmussen on the left side and rebounded once again by Mackenzie Rucker for her second of the game. Tigers will go into the paint. Wallen now past the near side. Pocock, short shot, no good off the side of the rim. And the rebound will go out of bounds back to the Soda Springs Cardinals with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here. First quarter of play on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. And the Cardinals off to a 5-0 lead. 6:13 to go, and Casey Smith will bring the basketball forward as the clock starts up, working left to right. Smith looks to her right, now dribbles into the middle at the top of the key, stops, lofts a pass down low. Rasmussen finds a hole in the zone and lays it up and in as Casey gets her first assist, and the Cardinals lead builds to 7-0. Wallen with the ball on the far side, travels with it on the right side wing, and that is the third Aberdeen turnover in the first 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and a timeout will be taken by head coach Ryan Wallen. We'll take a break with them. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Here are your Lalleton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalleton in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers. The Cardinals with a 7-0 lead after the first 2.5 minutes, or 2 minutes and 5 seconds even, as the Cardinals will be taking over on the far sideline after I believe a traveling violation was called on Aberdeen to give them a chance to talk things over. Coach Wallen has his 5 starters on the bench in front of him, and I think right now the message just has to be, look, this team's not going to take it easy on us. We need to come out here and play physical and get up into this team in order to make away with a win. And that's the one thing I have noticed with the Cardinals is whenever they play a more physical team that wants to bang with them, that is when they have trouble because they do not have a ton of size out there. And again, that's where Aberdeen has to come up with some of their advantages. 7-0, Cardinals on top here though as 5 minutes and 50 seconds starts ticking off the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Pass to the far side, Groning for 2. Can't get it to go short off the side of the rim. And the rebound's going to be grabbed by Zoe Barrand, and she will give off to Wallen to bring it forward. The point guard goes to her left, bounces one to the near side, picked up there by Pocock into lane. Pass to the free throw line is up and off to the right side of the rim is a shot by Rucker, and Myers picks up the rebound for the Cardinals. They'll come back the other way quickly. Yamauchi into lane, puts up a shot affected by the Tigers and out of bounds, last touched by Aberdeen. And good job down on the low post by the Tigers in order to deny the turnaround by Yamauchi, as it will remain Cardinals basketball, but they do have to inbound underneath their own basket. Myers to do the inbounding. Fresh into the game is going to be Betty Carrillo for the Aberdeen Tigers to the far side. Cardinals will take the ball. Rasmussen gives it up top to Smith. Now moving it to Groning on the right side wing. She'll loft it down low. Turnaround jumper up and in and out. Missed by Rasmussen. The rebound comes out to Tasha Pocock to push it up. She'll go to her right. Taking on the Cardinals. Passes out to the right side. Uribe steps in before bouncing a pass to Wallen on the right side wing. Wallen will come around with the left-hand dribble near the top of the key, gives back to Pocock, looking inside, gets double-teamed and used her dribble to escape it. Ball poked out of her hands, a scrum for it on the floor, and a tie-up will be called as Tasha Myers and Pocock ended up colliding for it down low on top of the logo, and the Aberdeen Tigers will take over with the Cardinals' first turnover of the game on the jump ball. 4:52 left to go. And the Tigers again talking things over. They are going to reverse it. And it will remain Cardinals basketball. Again, not sure what the call was. And we will see what happens here. There's no foul called. The Tigers inbounding the basketball, so they will keep possession of it and bring it up into the middle. Wallen tries to drive through, and a foul is going to be called on the Cardinals as she tried to split the double team. And the foul is picked up by Casey Smith. It's going to be her second. So 4 minutes and 48 seconds left to go. And inbounding the basketball is Betty Carrillo. She looks to her left, looks to her right, now gives to Wallen near the half-court line. Bounce pass back to Carrillo, drives into the paint, kicks one outside at the free throw line, and taking it there's Pocock. Skip pass to the left side wing. Uribe finds Pocock once again. It goes through her hands over to the right sideline where it's picked up by Carrillo. Pass back to the near side to Uribe. Steps at the elbow, blocked away, and rebounded by Kirsten Rasmussen. And up the court again, the Cardinals will push it. Groning takes on the right side, finds Casey Smith for three, short off the front of the rim, no good. And rebounding it this time is going to be Reagan Yamauchi for her first board. Pass inside, and an own basket's going to be scored by the Aberdeen Tigers as pulling up the steal, laying it up and in is Zoe Barron, and she slapped her forehead, realized the mistake as she did it, but she ends up scoring a point for Soda Springs, 9-0. The Cardinals on top. Pass to the near side. Pocock trying to get the Tigers onto the board. In the paint, throws one up at the hoop, fouled on the attempt, and she's going to head to the stripe. So Pocock will have a pair of free throws coming up at the line. 9-0. The Cardinals on top on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard, and Kirsten Rasmussen to pick up the foul. Pocock's first free throw coming up. And a lane violation is going to be whistled on the first free throw was good, so a lane violation will give her a second free throw attempt. That one good as well. And the game moves to 9-2. Cardinals up by 7. Ball's going to be moved over to the far side, as it's going to be given up to Yamauchi on the left wing, underneath. Pass through the lane into the hands of Tasha Myers, who lays it up and in. That could be your shot of the game by ANC Embroidery, and the Cardinals will build lead back up to 9, 11-2. To the right side, Wallen bounces one to the corner. Uribe gives it back up to the right side wing before Wallen will come back to the near side. Loses the ball, stripped out of her hands, and a whistle's going to blow as she puts a hand up to her forehead and maybe her eye. And Reagan Yamauchi also down, as I believe the two of them end up colliding. And Yamauchi is in pain and bleeding actually from her forehead, as the collision is going to have her come over and take a seat. And you hope that Reagan is okay, the freshman, again, with a line of blood coming down at the top of her forehead. And they're going to take her back into the locker room immediately to go take a look at her. So you hope she's okay. Coming in for her is going to be Alexa White. And the officials are going to make sure that there's no blood on the court as well. Again, there was no intent on the contact. Both of them just going for the basketball, and both really came up a little bit woozy from it. And a foul is going to be whistled on Reagan Yamauchi. And the officials cleaning up the blood out on the court right now. A rough incident out there. Again, no intent from either side, just a random collision out there on the court, and just something that you don't want to see. You hope Reagan's okay. You also hope that Bailey Wallen is okay, as she is still on the court and getting words, or excuse me, she goes over to the bench, I believe, as I do not see her on the court anymore. And they're cleaning off some of the players on the court as well, making sure that there's no blood on her. And the Tigers are going to give Wallen a chance to sit. It looks like coming in for her will be Shelby Anderson, one of the better volleyball players. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to go here. First quarter of play. As the officials will keep it with the Aberdeen Tigers. Again, no turnover, as the foul was picked up by Reagan on the play for the contact that she made with Wallen. And the Tigers will be inbounded from the far side. Also new into the game, Destiny Ponce will check in, and Pocock will take the point. Goes to her right, the senior, on the right sideline, slowly dribbles through, catches a screen, now puts on the burners, pulls up to the free throw line, and fouled on the way through. Callie Groning's going to pick up this one, as she was easily getting contact with Pocock there, and an easy call for the officials to send Tasha Pocock to the free throw line, where she's already got 2 points, the only 2 points of the game for the Tigers. And the first free throw up and good for the senior. 3 for 3 from the line. And the score moves to 11-3. Free throw up, and this one is no good off to the right side. A rebound is going to be picked up by Alexa White. She'll bring the ball forward. The junior gives up ahead to Smith, who takes on top of the Tiger head on the left side of the court. Smith now moves to the top of the key, 2-3 zone being played by the Tigers as White will swing it all the way around. Gronning has her pass smacked back into her face by the defense. Gives it back to Casey Smith, who drops it home. And Smith gets her first bucket of the game. And that one was from about 24 feet beyond the three-point arc to give the Cardinals their first double-digit lead, 14-3. All over to the far sideline, goes out of bounds, last touched by Soda, and the Tigers will keep possession of it. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in this first quarter. 5 fouls for the Cardinals, none for the Tigers. 14-3, though, the Cardinals on top right now against Aberdeen. Set to inbound is going to be Destiny Ponce. Stands on the left side, or excuse me, the right side of the baseline, kicks it up to the top of the key. Uribe for three, can't find the bottom of the basket. It's going to be punched out to the near side where Casey Smith comes up with the loose ball on the floor and will bring it forward for the Cardinals. Working left to right, pass over to White in the right side corner is thrown through the lane off the fingertips of Taylor Myers, and the Cardinals will turn it over for the second time in the game, with Aberdeen getting to bring it forward now from underneath. Full court pressure is going to be applied as the Cardinals will sub in Tawny Barfus, Ariana Finlayson, as well as Jessie Belknap. Kat McCullough into the game fresh as well, and it's all backup players for the Cardinals. Pocock will bring it forward up across the half-court line as he moves to the right side wing. Now comes back top of the key, catches a good screen, kicks the ball near side, taken there by Ponce, who puts up a shot, tries to bank it in, but can't quite get the friendly roll off the side of the rim and down onto the ground. Kat McCullough pulls down the rebound, but then travels with the ball to give it back to the Tigers. 3 turnovers now in the quarter for the Cardinals with 2 minutes and 24 to go, them up 14-3. Ball over to the right side, shot's going to be put up and splashed home by Mackenzie Rucker. Bottoms out the deuce from 15 feet, and the Cardinals will have their lead cut back to 9, 14-5. White up ahead, finds Belknap, right side, pass through the lane is going to be taken by Barfus and backs out. She gives to White, back to Barfus, left side corner before finding Alexa on the left wing. Goes up top to McCullough, to the right side, White, pass inside to Belknap, picked off by the Tigers this time, and they're going to come up with another turnover. Ponce up ahead, down inside Pocock, loses the ball between her legs before it's going to be passed to Uribe on the left side wing. Uribe crosses over McCullough, goes in the lane, hook shot up, and can't get the roll. Drops off the rim into Jessie Belknap's fingers, and the Cardinals will come up once again with a 9-point lead, 14-5, a minute and 38 seconds to go. To the left side, White with the ball, launches up a triple, can't bank it in, goes over the backboard and into the hands of Uribe. Josephina goes to the right side where Ponce will take it, tries to cross over and beat the Cardinals on the way forward before she gets it to Pocock on the near sideline. Back over to Ponce. She'll go to the left side wing, drives to the hoop, steps through, throws the ball over the backboard though, and a jump ball is going to be called as tying it up and getting the basketball is Rucker. It was tied up on the far side as well by, I believe, it was Kat McCullough. We'll call it a team rebound for the Cardinals on that one as they will be able to bring the ball forward. Finlayson up ahead to Belknap, who sneaks behind the defense, pump fakes, gives the ball to White in the paint before finding Finlayson at 19 feet from the hoop, and Ariana drops home the deuce. Ari from just inside the three-point line at the top of the key gives the Cardinals the 11-point lead back, 16-5. On the right side, driving through, Uribe puts up a shot short off the side of the rim, and McCullough will come down with her second board of the game. Cat goes to the left side, Finlayson feeling it, goes for three, gets it to go! Ariana Finlayson with 5 straight points, and she gets the Cardinals lead to 14. Now almost forcing a turnover, Pocock takes it, puts up a little hook shot in the lane. Pocock with 5 of the 7 points for the Tigers as she's having a good senior night here against the Cardinals. Gives it to McCullough on the near side for the Cardinals, and a jump ball is going to be called again. Turning it over back to the Aberdeen Tigers with the possession arrow in their favor. That's 5 turnovers for Soda here in the first quarter with 25 seconds remaining. After the Tigers, they've really been doing a very much improved job from the first time they met on the defensive end of the court when it comes to forcing turnovers. The Cardinals just getting more shots to drop through the cylinder right now. Into the lane, Uribe puts up a running jumper, can't get it to go, tips out the rebound though, taken there, and a shot put up and dropped home by Rucker. She gets her 4th point after the rebound by Uribe gives her 2nd. Cardinals to inbound, full court pressure. They break it with McCullough coming across the half-court line, throws it over to Belknap on the far side, picked off by the Tigers, and it's going to be a chance late on the shot as she couldn't quite get it up in time was Mackenzie Rucker. But the Tigers playing with a little bit more fire right now, and in the final 2 minutes of that game, or quarter I should say, we head to the second quarter play, 19-9, the Cardinals on top by 10 here at the home of Aberdeen.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers with the score sitting at 19-9 on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. We come out here onto the court, and the Cardinals will be on the offensive end, it looks like, with Tawny Barfus getting set to inbound the basketball on the far side as the Tigers will come back out onto the court. New player out there for them is Jasmine Barajas, the junior, will be getting her first minutes. Finlayson, who had 5 points in that first quarter, will kick the ball to Groning. Back to Finlayson, top of the key. She finds Callie, lines up a triple. That one off the side of the rim. Rebound tipped around and won by Jessie Belknap. Jump ball is going to be called down low, and it's going to be turned right back over to Aberdeen on the 6th turnover of the game by the Aberdeen Tigers. Jessie gets her second rebound of the game, but Aberdeen, again, defensively has really stepped up and has a chance to try and cut the deficit back down to single digits. The Cardinals went on a big run early to take a lead that was as big as 16 to, I believe, 4. Underneath the basket, shot's going to be missed by the Tigers. A loose ball is going to be fought for and finally picked up by Callie Groning, and she will then bring the ball forward for the Cardinals. Up across the timeline, she comes to the near side. Finlayson open for three once again. Can't get that to go off the side of the rim. Wallen tracks down the rebound for her first of the game and gives it up ahead quickly, where it's going to be Uribe cutting into lane. Throws the ball away, though. Picked up by Myers, and a foul will be whistled on Uribe as she was draped on the back of Taylor Myers. And the Tigers will not only turn it over, but Uribe picks up the first team foul for the Tigers in the game. Sub in for the Tigers, it will be Betty Carrillo to check into the game. And taking a seat on the bench is Uribe. And the Cardinals, with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go, will bring the ball forward. Myers just snags in a pass near half court, gives over to Barfus. Barfus to Groning, gets it to Finlayson. Up near the top of the key, Groning gets it back, goes to Barfus. Right side corner from about 18 feet, no good from Belknap. Rebound tipped around, but a foul will be called over the back. That's going to be Taylor Myers, I believe, with the foul. And it's her first of the game, the Cardinals' sixth of the game. And they're one away from putting Aberdeen into the bonus with 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. It'll be Carrillo to inbound the basketball for Aberdeen. As she looks to her right, now comes to her left where Ponce takes it. She gives up ahead to Wallen. She has nobody around her, gets stumbled over from behind as Myers gets away with contact. Ponce drives it in, puts up a shot, gets the roll as it swings its way through. Destiny with the first points for herself, and it's down to an 8-point game. Aberdeen going on a little bit of a run here as they've cut the deficit down from double digits. On the backside, Barfus puts up a shot, flat, no good off the back rim, rebounded by Ponce and then brought up the right side. She'll give it back to Wallen, and the point guard will take over the duties once again to bring it up across the half-court line. To her right, bounces it once, gives it into the right side corner where Barajas will have it stripped out of her hands by Finlayson. That's the fifth turnover for Aberdeen in the game, and the Cardinals will try and get the lead back up to double digits. 19-11, they're on top, 6:13 to go. Myers almost has it stripped away as Groning now takes it in the right side corner. Pass inside, Finlayson with the ball goes into lane, kicks it to the free throw line. Barfus for two, no good. Rebound inside is going to be poked out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers, and the Cardinals will get the team rebound underneath their own hoop. 19-11 your score. And the Cardinals to inbound as they sub starters back out into the game. Casey Smith as well as Kirsten Rasmussen check in. Tawny Barfus taking a seat on the bench as well as Jessie Belknap. Pass down low, Rasmussen turn around, in and out of the hoop. Can't quite get it to drop down. And again the rebound off of the fingertips of the Tigers. So the Cardinals will again get to inbound from underneath their own basket. Taylor Myers to do the inbounding. No, they switch it out with Casey Smith, who stands on the right side of the basket. Kicks it up top to Callie Groning. Over to the far side, Smith thought about the three. Now gives to Groning. Inside pass to Rasmussen. Turn up, blocked away, but picking up the foul is Zoe Barron as she gave a high five to Kirsten Rasmussen down low, going up for the block shot. And it'll be the second team foul on the Tigers as Rasmussen will take the first free throws of the game for Soda Springs. Kirsten, the junior, puts up the first free throw, in and out, no good. Couldn't get the friendly drop through. That's one of the problems with a girls basketball with it being smaller, is if it starts rattling in the rim, there's a bigger chance it could drop out as it doesn't have the circumference nearly as big as the rim. It'll be another drop through, though, on the second free throw. Gives Rasmussen 5 points to tie her with Yamauchi and Finlayson for the team lead. 20-11, Cards up by 9. Pass up ahead is going to be picked up by Ponce. Goes into lane, kicks it off, and fouled on her way up to the basket is going to be Zoe Barron this time. And she'll have her first opportunity to score in the game. And Groning picks up her second foul. 5 minutes and 41 seconds to go. You like the physicality and the attackingness of the Tigers going into the lane. The first free throw up and good. 20-12, 5:41 to go. Barron with the knee brace on the left knee will knock home the second free throw. Also wearing, it looks like, the ankle guards as well. And the Cardinals will try and bring it forward. Stripped off by Carrillo to the hoop. Loses control of the basketball, though, before it goes out of bounds. Last touched. Doesn't look like either official saw it, but they will give it back over to the Cardinals. So back-to-back turnovers by each team will allow the Cardinals to inbound it. Launching one deep and picking it up is Rasmussen on the right side wing. And she gives out to Finlayson. Back to Rasmussen, right side corner. Puts up a three ball herself and cans one home. Builds it back to a 10-point lead as Kirsten gets her first three-pointer of the game. 8 points for Kirsten. The Cardinals lead by 10, 23-13. Almost forcing a turnover. Pocock goes into lane. Backdoor pass is almost picked up and out of the fingertips of Zoe Barron. And it's a turnover back to the Cardinals. That is Aberdeen's 7th turnover, and a timeout's going to be taken by the Tigers. Ryan Wallen to talk things over with his crew. We'll keep it right here on this one as it's just a 30-second timeout. And remind you, this game, as well as every game, brought to you by Caribou Memorial Hospital, where you will find a qualified, happy, and fun staff working with doctors who have a real interest in your well-being. They also feature a large network of specialists and surgeons working in state-of-the-art surgical facilities and feature on-site rehabilitation services to ensure you have a comfortable and timely recovery. Caribou Memorial Hospital, Living Center, and clinics at 300 South 3rd West in Soda Springs, Idaho. Here we sit. The Cardinals on top 23-13, but they've played to a draw in quarter number 2 after 3 minutes of play have gone off of the clock, 4-4, but Kirsten Rasmussen has really given her team a little bit of a jump start. 8 points to lead all scorers for either team. Tasha Pocock on the other side for the Aberdeen Tigers with 5 points on senior night. She has yet to score in the second quarter, though, as Destiny Ponce and Zoe Barron combining for the 4 points that the Tigers have put onto the board. It'll be Cardinals to bring it forward, though, working left to right. It'll be Smith up ahead to Rasmussen on the wing. She gives to Groning into the paint. One dribble, puts up a shot. Cannot get it off the back iron. Rebound still on the ground, and a tie-up will be called with the Cardinals in possession of it. And Callie Groning picks up her second rebound of the game on the jump ball. 23-13 still after the clock winds to under 5. 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. To do the inbounding is going to be Rasmussen. Looks to her right, kicks it outside to Smith. Back inside. Kirsten gets the ball. One dribble, turns around, gets the rattle to go, and she's got double figures now. Does Rasmussen in the game. To the right side. It'll be Uribe to bring it up the sideline. Passes it back to the middle where Wallen goes up ahead, that is Rucker who goes ahead. It's going to be picked off by the Cardinals, though, and into the hands of Tasha Myers, who finds her first steal of the game. To the near side, Finlayson almost has it stripped out of her hands, but feeds it to Groning, to Smith, back to Groning. Top of the key, finds Ariana, on the right side corner. She goes inside to Rasmussen. Her first shot no good, gets the ball back. Ball squirts loose to the near side where Finlayson has it ripped out of her hands and thrown out of bounds. And the Cardinals will again keep possession of it on the offensive side. You like the aggressiveness for the Cardinals, too, as they'll give it over to Smith for 3. Nobody in front of her, can't get the shot to go down short off the front rim. And Groning pulls down another offensive board. Gives to Smith, kick pass over to the left side wing is going to be almost picked off. Finlayson, passing it down low into the paint. Had her shot to Rasmussen almost picked off, as jumping in was Mackenzie Rucker to force the Cardinals to inbound again from the far sideline. 4:09 to go, 25-13, Cardinals up by 12. Inside pass is going to be thrown through a double team, and a bad move and decision there by Callie Groning will force the Cardinals to turn it over, and the Tigers will run the court. Shot up and missed by Pocock, and Taylor Myers gets the ball down low in the paint before losing it onto the near side. Couldn't keep the grasp on the basketball and loses it towards the Cardinals bench. 3:55 to go, 25-13. And it'll be Rucker to inbound. Bounces it to Wall in air half court. She looks into the right. Now will use her dribble to come up the left side. On the wing, passes it over. Picked off by the Cardinals. Groning picks it up, trying to go coast to coast. Lays one up, can't get the friendly roll. Rebound bumps into the hands of Josephine Uribe. And the Cardinals, despite getting the turnover, will watch Aberdeen bring it forward. But Aberdeen turns it right back over. Finlayson can't hold on to the ball as she slides to the deck, but turns it over to the Aberdeen Tigers. Sloppy basketball being played by both teams on the court right now, unable to hold on to the basketball and just continually giving the other team more opportunities, and we remain stuck for the last minute or so at 25-13. It'll be the Tigers to inbound once again, and Ponce gives it off to Wallen. She goes up the right side, skip past near side, picked off by Taylor Myers. Another turnover by the Tigers is their 10th. 10 for the Cardinals as well, and it'll be Myers to the right side wing. Looks inside, now goes up to Smith, skip past the far side. Finlayson with a three ball, gets it to go. Ariana with her 8th point of the game, tied for Kirsten Rasmussen for the lead, and Soda Springs lead moves up to 15 points. Pocock lofts a pass to the near side. Uribe picks it up in the corner, goes into the lane. Pocock has it go out of her hands. Ponce puts up a shot after she recovered it, blocked away by Kirsten Rasmussen, and it goes off of Ponce out of bounds to the Cardinals. And Soda, with 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go, will try and build on a 15-point lead, 28-13 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Kat McCullough checks back into the game with Finlayson checking over onto the bench, getting some pats on the back from the team. She has scored 8 of the 28 points for the Cardinals, including a pair of triples. To the near side, McCullough goes up top. Smith feeds it to Myers, who gets it back. Now to McCullough, right side, fakes a pass, now drives to right before kicking it to Smith. Myers now takes it left side wing. Back up to Smith, to the near side, McCullough holds on to it. The Cardinals just continue to move it around the 2-3 zone being played by Aberdeen. Inside, McCullough looks before they meet it over to Rasmussen. Her three ball up and good. Rasmussen with her second three of the game. The Cardinals on fire from beyond the arc right now, 31-13 with 5 3-pointers in the game. 18-point advantage as Uribe drives in, puts up a shot off the back rim, rebounded, and a jump ball is going to be called as Rasmussen as well as Rucker hit the deck, and Rucker will come down with the rebound as the possession arrow in favor of the Tigers. To do the inbounding is going to be Betty Carrillo, I believe. No, excuse me, that's Uribe who passed in near side. Pocock for 3. No one near her, and she drops home the triple. She's got 8 points as 3 starting to rain down from the heavens here as the Tigers get back within 15. Underneath, Belknap hesitates on a shot. It's going to earn her a trip to the free throw line. And Jesse, who is yet to score in tonight's game, will step to the line. The foul's going to be picked up by Mackenzie Rucker for her first. 13 foul on the Tigers with 2:03 to go in the second quarter. Only 17 fouls for the Cardinals. The officials really letting the two teams play plenty out there, and Belknap nails the first free throw to bank it back to a 16-point lead. 32-16, the Cardinals doubling up the Tigers in the second quarter on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Belknap again steps to the line. Right-handed shooter, 6'1", puts this one up and knocks down the second as well. She's got 2 points and 2 boards, and the Cardinals lead up to 17, 33-16 over the Tigers. They'll throw it away in the backcourt, and then the Cardinals with a backcourt. No, the officials are going to call it a tipped ball. Cardinals will turn it over anyways, though, as Belknap can't handle a pass and picks up her first turnover, the Cardinals' 6th turnover of the quarter. 33-16 and a minute and 55 left to go in the second. Uribe to do the inbounding. Looks to her right, bounces one into Pocock. She steps in, picks up her dribble, has it stripped out of her hands. Myers slides to the deck to get it, gives over to McCullough. Ball still loose and finally picked up by the Cardinals in the backcourt. Aberdeen, that's their 8th turnover of the quarter with 33-16 the score. Over to McCullough. She gives up to Smith, back to Rasmussen, to the near side. Myers looks inside, trying to get it to Belknap, who was open for a moment. Pulls it through her hand. Belknap somehow comes up with it, gives it up top to Rasmussen, who goes to McCullough. Back up top to Kirsten. She'll line up another 3. No good on that attempt. Rebound's going to be pulled in by Jesse underneath the hoop, and she's going to be fouled on that attempt as she is going to head to the line after picking up the offensive board. 33-16 with another chance to score, and picking up the foul is Josefina Uribe for the Aberdeen Tigers. 4 team fouls now on the Tigers in the game. 1:24 to go, second quarter, and the first free throw up and good by Jessie, who moves to 3 for 3 in the game, and the lead builds back up to 18 to match the biggest it's been all night. One more coming up as Kat McCullough checks out, as does Taylor Myers. Back into the game, Tawny Barfus as well as Ariana Finlayson. Belknap again toes the line, right-handed free throw shooter. 6'1", crouches low, and that free throw no good on the second attempt. Rebound grabbed down by Zoe Barron for her third. She'll give it up the court. Now a double dribble taken by Destiny Ponce on the far side. That's 9 turnovers now in the quarter. There's the big reason why the Tigers have not been able to necessarily cut into the lead any more than they have, is the turnovers that they've had, 9 in this quarter compared to 3 in the first. It'll be Smith giving up top to Rasmussen. Deep 3 ball from Kirsten, no good. And the rebound comes over to the near side, picked up there by Mackenzie Rucker. She gives over to Wallen to bring it up the right side paint before floating a pass into the right side wing. Taking it there, Pocock into the lane, bounce pass behind the defense, beautiful dish. And Barron lays it up and down on the assist from the senior. Sly move there, and it's a 16-point lead for the Cardinals, trimmed back into by the Tigers. 34-16 with under a minute to play, 42 seconds, and the Cardinals look to be holding the defense or a ball for maybe last shot. 37 seconds to go with Smith standing near half court right in the middle. Gives to Finlayson near side, she'll pump fake before they skip it to Barfus on the far wing. She gives back up to Smith, and the Cardinals again just passing the ball around, trying to milk the clock down. Rasmussen takes it far side corner from 19 feet, no good, flat off the rim. Rebounds grabbed by Barron for her fourth, and the Cardinals will watch as the Tigers launch the ball forward. Pocock takes it on the near side, bounce pass back to Wallen, top of the key. She feeds it over to Pocock, who stands on the wing, launches the pass to the near side, deuces up from 16 and dropped home. Mackenzie Rucker gets her 6th point, and with a 34-20 lead, the Cardinals will launch one at the buzzer that's short. Casey Smith couldn't get it up to the hoop, and we head into halftime with a score at 34-20. The Tigers closing it out with a little mini run of their own, 4 straight points to cut into an 18-point deficit. Back after this with your Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Live life comfortably in your new cozy Lazy Boy recliner, sofa, couch, or love seat. With a huge selection to choose from, you'll find the right one for you at Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. If you've been dreaming of brand new kitchen appliances like refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and chest freezers, you'll be able to find top brands like Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag. Visit Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. Come find what you're looking for. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's halftime for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and that means we're going to take a break and get back to our Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show after this word from our sponsor. Right here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Are you feeling stressed?
The Anxiety and Depression Association of America offers a few helpful tips to manage stress. Take a time out. Eat well-balanced meals. Get enough sleep. Limit alcohol and caffeine, which can cause anxiety and trigger panic attacks. And welcome humor. A good laugh goes a long way. If your stress level needs professional help, contact Mexico Therapeutic Services at 208-547-4550.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers, where they lead or trail the Soda Springs Cardinals 34-20 after 2 quarters of play. As we welcome you into the Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show, and we take a look at how we got to this point. The Cardinals started off on a big run early and built themselves, I believe, to a 9-0 run before it was Tasha Pocock on senior night who ended the run by a pair of free throws. So after that, Aberdeen really played fairly well. They actually were able to keep pace with the Cardinals and sent it to the second quarter with a 19-9 score. And even in that second quarter, after an early big run by the Cardinals to build the lead to 18 points, the Tigers were able to catch up and even keep pace and again cut it down to a 14-point lead where we sit right now in the third quarter of play. We have another break coming up. On the other side, we'll get into the halftime numbers for each of the two teams and some shockers for the Cardinals on who's scoring for them tonight on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 21-ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers on your Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show. Caleb Burgraff here is the Soda Springs Cardinals holding on to a 34-20 lead over the Aberdeen Tigers. And we take a look at the halftime numbers for the two sides. First with the Aberdeen Tigers, they're being led by senior Tasha Pocock on senior night, 8 points and 1 rebound as she is having a heck of a night for her squad. She's also had a few nice passes into the back of the lane that have resulted in easy assists for the Tigers. So her presence has definitely meant something for this team. Other scores for them, Mackenzie Rucker with 6 points and 4 rebounds, Zoe Barron with 4 points and 4 rebounds, and Destiny Ponce with 2 points and 1 rebound. And that was something, if you'll remember, we talked about being a key to this game is how do they replace McKenna Schroeder, who had 10 points the first time these two teams met. How do they replace her on the court? And going back to what Coach Ryan Wallen said in our pregame show interview, they might have a benefit that comes from not having her on the court because the other girls are learning to have confidence and take over some of her possessions that normally she would be taking the basketball on. So we'll see if this is something when she comes back they can build on as well. Other players for the Cardinals now as we look to their side, Kirsten Rasmussen leading the way with a pair of triples and she has 11 points and 3 rebounds to lead the scorers, and that's a very odd way for her to score. I don't think she's hit a 3 all season long until this game, and now she's got 2 of them. On the other side, Ariana Finlayson with 8 points. She's also got a pair of triples. The Cardinals with 6 3-pointers in the game. And coming from unlikely sources again, Reagan Yamauchi with 5 points and 1 rebound. Casey Smith with 3 points and 2 rebounds. 2 points for Taylor Myers. And Jessie Belknap with 3 points, all from the free throw line for 3 rebounds as well. We're about 2.5 from the start of the second half. We'll take another break. Come back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Are you feeling stressed? The Anxiety and Depression Association of America offers a few helpful tips to manage stress. Take a time out. Eat well-balanced meals. Get enough sleep. Limit alcohol and caffeine, which can cause anxiety and trigger panic attacks. And welcome humor. A good laugh goes a long way. If your stress level needs professional help, contact Mexico Therapeutic Services at 208-547-4550.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers as the Cardinals holding a 34-20 lead, and there will be no more Reagan Yamauchi for the rest of this game, as she is no longer on the bench for the Cardinals after getting a knock in the head, and not sure where exactly she is, but possibly stitches could be the word, and that would be something that you hope is for the best, because stitches is much better than it could be with an injury to your head. 34-20 starting out the third quarter of play, 8 minutes up on the clock, and it will be Casey Smith and the Cardinals to open up with the basketball, working right to left as taking his Grawning, gives up top to Taylor Myers. Myers looks to the near side, finds Finlayson. She looks inside before giving to Smith. Skip pass to the right side, taken there by Grawning. One dribble, back up top to Smith and near to Finlayson. She looks inside, gives back up top to Smith. The Cardinals continue to work the ball around the outside before trying to feed it down low to Rasmussen, who goes up for the ball, goes off for fingertips, out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals, and the Cardinals pick up their 13th turnover by my tally. And that is definitely uncharacteristic for them, but a lot of that has come from the defensive pressure being played by Aberdeen, denying the inside passes. Ball brought up by the Tigers will be Pocock up ahead into the lane, throws up a shot off the side of the rim, rebounded on the backside by Ariana Finlayson for her first, and a jump ball is going to be called, and the Cardinals will turn it back over to the Aberdeen Tigers on the jump ball, as Ariana could not clear herself away and keep the Tigers from tying it up. 34-20, 7:21 to go on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Pass outside to Wallen. Her shot is up off the back iron. Rebound fought for it, this time pulled down by Kirsten Rasmussen for her fourth, and she'll give off to Smith to bring it forward. She comes straight up the middle of the court, passes to the right side. Grawning holds it there above her head. Back up to Smith. Near side is going to be Finlayson, giving to Smith again. Cardinals really being patient, working the ball around the outside circle as Smith locks up a triple. She gets her second triple of the game, and that's a 6-point night for Casey Smith and a 17-point lead. 37-20, and the Cardinals will see Wallen to bring it forward. Goes over to the right side, left side, and they'll find Uribe's hands before she goes back to Wallen in the middle of the court. Tigers working from right to left on your radio dial. Wallen goes over to Pocock, who stands near the Tiger head on the left side of the court. Bounce pass down low, picked off but thrown out of bounds by Taylor Myers. Couldn't quite keep the full handle on it, and the Tigers will keep possession underneath their own basket. It will be Uribe to inbound. She looks over to her right, looks for Pocock, passes through the defense. Pocock steals it away from a Cardinal, who's going for a steal herself, and then it's going to be missed on the shot, though, as Rasmussen comes up with her 5th rebound. Goes to Smith to the right side. Groning looks inside the paint, back up top to Smith. Now Rasmussen goes to the near side to Finlayson. Her shot up high, no good off the back iron. Rebounded by Groning, who boxes out well, gets her 4th board, and now takes the ball inside where Rasmussen feeds it around the defense. Finlayson, another deuce, up and good. This time gets the second chance, and Ari up to double figures, 10 points, as she gets her career high and season high here against the Tigers. 39-20, Cardinals up by 19 points. And the Tigers almost turned it over as the Cardinals were trying to affect the dribble of Wallen on the far side. And Wallen will get to inbound now after it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Soda. They'll pass it in. Uribe takes it near the top of the key. One dribble and gives off to Wallen, standing on the left sideline. Smith guarding her there, swipes for the ball. Wallen has it poked out of her hands, goes to the far side. Pocock for 3. Can't get it to go as it goes in and out. Rebound's going to be fought for and won over by Taylor Myers on a jump ball, as it was also tied up by Uribe, but the possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals. And with 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go, the Cardinals again bring it forward. Rasmussen in the paint, tries to circle up, stripped away, and a foul is going to be called on the Tigers, drawing the boos and the ire of the home court fans. Picking up the foul is going to be, I believe, Mackenzie Rucker. And it's the first foul of for either team, and the Cardinals get to inbound underneath their own hoop. Myers to do the inbounding, looks deep, now finds Rasmussen on the near side. She'll pop one up, can't get it to go, and pulling off the rebound is going to be Zoe Barron. Barron goes over to Wallen, comes up the center of the court, and crosses the half-court timeline with 5.5 to go. To the right side, gives off to Pocock. Pocock looking for Wallen again, back to the basket. She goes to her right, has the ball stripped out of her hands, goes all the way near half-court, and now a foul is going to be called on Rasmussen as she went for a loose ball down at the feet of Wallen and ended up bumping Wallen to cause the official to pull out his whistle. 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Still that 19-point lead for the Cardinals on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard, 39-20. Groning to do the inbounding. And it'll be a pass into the backcourt, taken and picked up by Wallen to bring across the timeline. 5:16 to go. She goes to the left-hand dribble, fires a pass to the far side. Rucker goes up with a shot, fouled on the play. It'll be 2 free throws coming up for Rucker, as coming up with the foul is Kirsten Rasmussen. That's her 3rd. And Rucker, who has yet to attempt a free throw, will try to get points 7 and 8 on the night if she can make both. 19-point lead for the for the Soda Springs Cardinals over the Aberdeen Tigers, and the first free throw up and no good. Rolls around the rim and comes back all the way to the free throw line. Out of the game, Ariana Finlayson will come over, take a seat on the bench, gets high fives from the coaches and the players, and Tawny Barfus will check back into the game for the Cards. Right-handed shooter, Rucker puts up the second free throw. That's no good as well. Groning bowls into the lane and gets the rebound for her 5th, and will come up the right side. She'll hesitate, goes to the right side where Myers takes it in the corner before feeding it back to Callie. To the near side, Casey Smith for 3, can't get it to go. Rebounded inside by Taylor Myers. She's going to be fouled on the way to the basket on the putback, and she's going to head to the line for 2 free throws as Josephine Uribe picks up her 3rd foul. Coming back in is going to be Betty Carrillo with that foul being picked up. And you assume she's going to come into the game for Uribe as the first free throw up and no good. Missed off to the left side by Taylor Myers. Uribe out of the game. Carrillo into the game. Under 5 to play. One more free throw coming up for Myers, as with 19 points on the scoreboard. And the Cardinals will only have 1 in the lane. And a quick whistle to pause play as the ball came loose. And the bench had to go recover something over on the right side. And the coach is going to go and take it from the player over on the right side as well. So we'll go back to the action now. 39-20. Second free throw up, no good by Myers. And it's going to be picked up by Mackenzie Rucker. She throws it up ahead. Pocock takes the dribble. And the senior goes to the right side. Carrillo into the paint. Throws it over everybody. Last touched by the Tigers. As wanting a tipped call was Zoe Barron. It might have been tipped by the Cardinals, but the officials did not see it. And it'll be another chance for Soda to bring it forward on the turnover by the Tigers. That goes as their first of the quarter, 39-20, 4 minutes and 42 to go. Smith pass to the near side, Barfus. Inside pass goes to Rasmussen. Her shot fought up and laid in. Kirsten's got her 13th point of the game to go with her 5 boards. Ball to the near side, picked up by Rucker. She'll launch one over to the far side where Carrillo steps in, puts up a shot, banks it in from 10 feet. Betty Carrillo, the junior, gets her first points of the game, and the Cardinals lead trim back to 19, 41-22. Smith inside to Myers. She'll go outside to Barfus. Right side wing gives back to Smith to near side Groning. Open for 2 with nobody near. Puts up a shot. Rebound pulled down by Myers, though, as Taylor gets her 5th board of the game, and Barfus will take it on the right side wing. Tawney holds the ball, looks to get it inside to Rasmussen. The Cardinals continue to try and feed it inside as Myers now takes it. She's fouled on the way up. Tasha Pocock grabbed her arm, and Tasha picks up her first foul with Taylor Myers heading up to the free throw line once more, where she's 0 for 2 on her first 2 attempts of the night. So she's got attempts 3 and 4 coming up, with the Cardinals on top by 19, 41-22. Under 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Myers' first attempt up and wraps its way down and good. She's got 3 points now in the lead up to the tie for the biggest it's been, or excuse me, down 1 below the biggest it's been all game, with a score of 42-22 on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Into the game fresh will be Shelby Anderson. Checking out and taking a seat on the bench is Zoe Barron to get a little bit of a breather. One more coming up for Myers. Right-handed shooter, as I said. Toes the line, fires it up, and gets the roll on this one. So she moves to 2 for 4. The Cardinals now 6 for 8 from the free throw, 6 for 10 from the free throw line. Up the court, Carrillo loses the ball out of her fingertips, picked up by Callie Groning on the steal. It's the second turnover of the quarter for the Tigers, and the Cardinals will try and build on a 21-point lead. Barfus on the right side wing bounces one down to the corner, up top to Smith, now swung to the near side where Groning tries to step around a pair of defenders. They'll find Barfus on the wing, who goes inside. Rasmussen fouled on the floor before the shot, and that one is going to be the 4th team foul on the Tigers. Good call by the officials to keep it on the floor and not give her the continuation, as the shot was definitely after the contact occurred, but the Cardinals will inbound as they find Smith on the right side. Back inside to Rasmussen. She'll turn around, lofts one up from about 5 feet out. Kirsten gets her 15th point, and the Cardinals will have a 45-22 point lead, and a timeout taken by the Tigers and Coach Ryan Wallen. We'll take a timeout as well. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers. 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online at mylocalradio.com. And the Cardinals will come out on the defensive end with the Aberdeen Tigers getting set to bring the ball all the way up the court. On the offensive side, down by 23 points. The Cardinals 7 points from trying to get to that magic 30-point number in their final regular season game of the year. The district standings all set going into the tournament, as the Tigers will be the 4th seed, as they're going to throw the ball away on the far side. A pass intended for Carrillo, picked off by Groning. She's bumped from behind by Carrillo, and it will send the Cardinals underneath their own basket to try and inbound the basketball once again, as Rasmussen will do the inbounding underneath their own hoop. Wallen will check into the game. Taking a seat on the bench is going to be Carrillo. And the Cardinals will inbound with Rasmussen. She has the pass batted back out of bounds by Mackenzie Rucker. That's a couple of times she's been able to affect either a shot or a pass by the Cardinals. And Soda will run a different inbounds play with Myers doing the inbounding now. Looks for Groning on the right. Defense well played by the Tigers, and Smith has the ball picked off, and Aberdeen comes up with a steal. That's their 15th of the game. Into the hoop. Pocock lines one up, fouled on the way to the hoop. Tasha, who's got 8 points in the game, has a chance at 9 and 10 after she did a great job of attacking the defense. Foul picked up on the play by Tawny Barfus. It'll be Tawny's first, team's 3rd on Soda. 3:07 left to go in the first free throw. Gets the friendly roll, drops its way down through the net, and the lead back down to 22 at 45-23. Cardinals sub in more of their benches. It's going to be Ariana Finlayson, Jessie Belknap, and Kat McCullough into the game. And the second free throw up by Pocock is good. 10 points for Soda, 45-24, and a whistle is going to be blown. And the Cardinals will get to take the ball as the Tigers about to inbound and bring it up. That's twice that they've gotten a little bit confused on which side of the court was their own. And the Cardinals will go over to the right side. Pass back to Smith. She takes it top of the key, passes on the three, finds Finlayson. Lob pass down low to Belknap. She's fouled on the way up, as Pocock got a little bit overextended over the top of Jessie on the way up. And Tasha picks up her second foul. Jessie, who is 3 for 4 from the free throw line with 3 points in the game, will step to the line. Right-handed sophomore eyes the front end, and that one no good off the front of the rim, kicks to the left and off to the court. One more coming up for the sophomore. Where's the knee bands? Right below her kneecaps. And the second free throw up short off the front of the rim, pulled down by Pocock as she gets her second rebound of the game. Lobs one into the paint that's going to be thrown out to the near side and picked up before it goes out of bounds by Rucker. Wallen, one dribble, throws the ball into the defensive hands of McCullough. It's going to be the fourth turnover by the Tigers, and the Cardinals will bring it forward. McCullough almost goes backcourt, but just avoids it. Gets her possession back and gives it to Finlayson on the right side. Goes to Barfus at the free throw line. Back outside to McCullough, near side. Smith for three. No good off the front of the rim and pulled down this time by Shelby Anderson for her first board. Almost throws it away. Gives it off to Rucker. Brings it to the right wing. Crosses into the lane. Blows the pass out where it's Ponce picks it up. She'll line into the hoop. Puts up a shot. Short skips off the right side this time. And picking it up this time is going to be Kat McCullough for Soda Springs. Kat gets her third board as Finlayson takes on the far side. She'll have it almost stripped away, gets it back in the corner. A foul's going to be whistled on Pocock as she did not give enough room for Finlayson, and that is going to be, I believe, the sixth foul or possibly the seventh foul on the Tigers. It is going to be the third foul on Tasha Pocock, seventh foul on the Tigers, and it'll be 1-and-1 free throws coming up for Finlayson to the line. She scored with a pair of threes, a pair of twos, and now 1-and-1 free throws to try and score in every way possible here tonight. First free throw up and no good. Rebound off to the right side taken by Rosa Palacios for her first board and her first minutes of the game as well. Wallen to her left, crosses the half-court line, is going to be fouled. Reaching in, we'll see if they get McCullough or Finlayson. It's going to be McCullough who they pick it up on. That's her first and the fourth team foul on the Cardinals, and the Tigers will inbound from the far sideline with the score still at 45-24 and a minute and 52 seconds left to go. Inbound of the ball is going to be Rucker. She'll bounce this one over to the left side wing, taken there by Pocock. Works her way around the defense of McCullough, shrugs her off before passing it into the lane. Picking it up and securing herself is Palacios before finding Ponce at the free throw line. Skip pass to the near side, taken by Pocock. Bounce pass to the right block, and up and fouled is Palacios. That's the third or fourth great pass I've seen from Pocock, finding teammates in scoring positions. And it picks up a foul onto Callie Groning, did not see who the foul was on, as the first free throw is a miss. As the foul is picked up by Jessie Belknap for her first. And the second free throw up, and that one is good, as Jessie gets the second one as Palacios gets the second one to go and cuts it to a 10-point game. 45-25 to the right side. Ball's going to be taken there, driven by McCullough. She's fouled and is going to head to the free throw line as Kat will have a chance to score for the first time tonight. Foul is going to be picked up by Destiny Ponce, as that'll be her first. And the first free throw up by Kat is no good. One more free throw coming up for Kat. She toes it with the right foot, looking the second one over. That one's flat, no good as well, off the back of the rim. Rosa Palacios gets her second rebound of the game and gives off to Wallen to come up the near sideline. Tiptoes the sideline, avoids the double team, and gives over to Rucker. Rucker, foot on the line for two, no good. Rebound off to the right side, picked up by McCullough, and it'll be brought back once again by Soda with a 20-point lead. Under a minute and a half to play, a minute and 7 seconds to go, and the Cardinals will turn it over inside the paint. Rucker swings herself free and gives it up ahead to Pocock, after the Tigers will try and get it through a double team. Pocock avoids traveling, finds Palacios, drives in, puts up a running jumper short off the front of the rim. Another rebound by McCullough, and the Cardinals with under a minute to play will see Cat bring it forward to the right side. Finlayson on the wing. Looks inside, lofts a pass down low to Belknap. She'll get it over the top of McCullough, and Jessie drops home her first field goal of the game to give her 5 points. 47-25, the Cardinals with that 22-point lead, and the Tigers bringing it forward to the right side. Pocock comes onto the wing, gives it to the right wing. Rucker puts up a quick jumper, skips off the rim, rebounded by Tawny Barfus. Over the back foul is going to be whistled on Palacios. It'll be the 9th foul on the Tigers, and will send the Cardinals to the free throw line for 1-and-1 free throws. And Tawny Barfus, I believe, going to be the one attempting them. She has yet to score. It'll be the last 1-on-1 free throws coming up for the Cardinals in the game, as the rest of the way it'll be double bonus after this one with 24 seconds to go in the third. Tawny toes it with the right foot, takes a few dribbles, and puts up the first free throw. In and out, no good. Rebounded on the backside by Palacios. That's her third. Gives up ahead to Wallen. Crosses the timeline with 18 seconds to go. Time for one good possession here for the Tigers if they can find a good open shot. Ponce takes it, goes to the near side to Wallen, puts up a shot from the wing, wraps it in. Bailey Wallen with her first triple of the game gets it back to a 19-point contest, 47-28. Deep three ball put up and missed by Casey Smith at the end of the frame. And we will head to the fourth quarter with the Cardinals up by 19, 47-28 on the Aberdeen Tigers on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live stream and video online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers, 28-47, with Soda Springs up by 19 over the Tigers on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. The Tigers offense found a little bit of a rhythm here as they've slowed the defense, I should say, has slowed the Cardinals down in each one of the quarters. They start out with 19 points for Soda, 15 in the second, and 13 in the third. We'll see how the Tigers defense does here, but they start out on the offensive end of the basketball first, working left to right. 47-28, it's Pocock giving to the free throw line. Uribe steps in, backside pass, no look, and a shot missed on the right side by Pocock and rebounded by Taylor Myers. Beautiful pass by Uribe, but the shot just not on the mark. It'll be on the near side, Rasmussen, before they feed it to Groning. Down low to Belknap, bounces it once, gets it back outside to Groning, skip pass to the near side to Myers. She fires a pass inside, picked off by the Tigers though, right back to Myers, who picks it off again. She'll fire up a shot, and she's going to be fouled and heading to the line for a pair. Whether it was a shot or not, it is going to be 2 free throws coming up for Taylor Myers on the attempts. Foul picked up by Jasmine Barajas. It'll be her first. Turnovers by each of the two teams there to open up the quarter with 7:20 to go. First free throw by Myers, gets the good roll. She's made her last 3, and the Cardinals lead back to 20 at 48-28. One more coming up. Right-handed shooter is Myers. This free throw riles down the cylinder as well. 49-28. Cardinals back up by 21. And the ball will be brought up by Bailey Wallen. Daughter of the coach, a junior point guard for the Aberdeen Tigers, fires it to the right side corner, taken there, and then poked out of bounds by the Cardinals as Zoe Barrett was trying to feed it to Ponce. Destiny couldn't quite get to the ball, though, because of the fingertip of Casey Smith poking it out of bounds. Tigers will inbound it this time. Barajas bounced it to the near side, and a foul's going to be whistled on Taylor Myers. diving over the body of Ponce on the near side. That's the 6th team foul on Soda. It'll be another inbounds play coming up for Aberdeen from the near sideline with Ponce set to do the inbounding. It's the 2nd foul on Taylor Myers as well. Casey Smith checks out of the game. Kat McCullough back fresh into the game for Soda, as they've been giving their bench players plenty of time out there on the court in this game. Aberdeen to inbound. It'll be a launch of a pass deep to Uribe, who takes it outside the top of the key. Pass up top once again to Wallen. She'll go to her right, tries to dribble through the defense, launches one into the paint. It's off of the foot of one of the Tigers, but Ponce picks it up on the near side corner. She'll launch it over to the near side, picked up by Uribe. Skips it back to the corner. Ponce for 3, short off the front of the rim. Rebound goes out of bounds, last touched by the Tigers, and Soto will get a chance to build on what is a 21-point lead. 6:44 to go in the 4th quarter of play, and Kat McCullough to walk the ball forward. Looks to her right. Callie Groning cuts underneath the basket, and Kat will come to the near side. Looks for Callie to break free. Callie back to Kat near the top of the key. She'll find Groning again, looks to step in, now gives it back outside to McCullough. She holds it near the top of her head before finding Groning again. The two of them continue to play catch around the 2-3 zone being played by the Tigers, trying to find a weak spot in the zone and shift the zone around back and forth. Belknap takes it now inside, puts up a shot, rebounded by Pocock as Tasha gets her 3rd of the game, and the Aberdeen Tigers will bring it up. 6:09 to go. Tasha to the right side wing with the dribble in the right hand. Bounce one into lane. Uribe in motion to the hoop. Can't get the shot to go. Jessie Belknap with the rebound for her 4th. Gives over to Kat McCullough to bring it forward. Crosses the timeline with under 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. 21-point advantage for Soda. Kat to the near side. Fires one to Rasmussen. Open for a moment before trying to feed the ball back over to McCullough, but it's picked off by Pocock all the way. Lays it up in the foul. Tasha Pocock with her 12th point and a chance at 13 as Kat McCullough picks up the foul. 2nd foul on Kat McCullough, the 7th team foul, and Pocock with an outstanding play to the hoop to lay herself up there, get the contact, and finish the shot. 49-30, back to a 19-point lead and a chance to cut it down to 18 for Aberdeen. Pocock's first free throw up, and that is off the front of the rim. No good. Barfus pulls down the board. It's going to be her 2nd rebound of the game, and she gives up to Finlayson to bring it forward. Ari, near the top of the key, backs up near the half-court stripe, walks it up, now gives to Barfus on the near side wing. 5.5 to go, 4th quarter, as Belknap takes it to the free throw line. Inside pass down to Rasmussen, who drops one up and in. Kirsten up to 17 points in the game with 5 rebounds, and the Cardinals lead back to 21. 51-30, 5:15 to go. Ponce takes it far side, gives off to Rucker. She'll use one dribble to clear herself. Now skips a pass to the near side of Uribe. Into the paint, puts up a little hook shot, gets it to go on a splashdown. Josephina Uribe with her 1st points of the game on a beautiful hook. 51-32, under 5 to play, and the Cardinals over to the near side. It'll be Barfus with it on the wing. Gives to Finlayson, looks to her right, back to her left. Or Barfus gives it back up to Ari, into the free throw line. Rasmussen gives a pass right back down to Belknap, who loses it off her fingertips, out of bounds, back to the Tigers. The turnover by Soda Springs will give them their 18th turnover of the game. Actually, turnovers have been fairly even for the two sides in tonight's game. The Cardinals have backed off some of their pressure in the 2nd half. Javier's out on the court mostly, except for a pair of starters, one starter, in Rasmussen, as a shot put up by Uribe, no good from the near side wing. Belknap takes the ball down low to get her 5th rebound of the game, and it's up ahead by Tawny Barfus to bring the ball forward. Gives to Finlayson, near side Rasmussen, thought about the 3 before giving up to Ari. She'll go to the right side. Myers gives inside to Belknap. Ripped out of her hands is the ball, though. Coming up with the steal is Mackenzie Rucker for a 3rd turnover in the quarter by the Cardinals. Rucker skips a pass to the left side corner. Taken and kicked out near side by Ponce. Up with a shot by Uribe, short off the front of the rim. Rebound goes through the legs of Myers into the hands of Uribe, who can't get it up. And a foul is going to be called on the floor. We'll see if it's called on Aberdeen or Soda. It looks like it's going to be called on Soda, with Aberdeen taking 1-and-1 free throws. Foul is called on Taylor Myers for her 3rd. Into the game, Tasha Pocock will check back into the game as Zoe Baird will get set for 1-and-1 free throws. She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. 19-point game, 32-51. And the first free throw of the 1-and-1 up and no good. Rebounded by Belknap as Barron could not quite get that one to drop through the cylinder. To the right side, it'll be Finlayson with the ball, looks to the right side, bounces one over to Kat McCullough. She looks to her right once again, fires a pass up to Finlayson, goes inside, and the ball is off of the fingertips of the Cardinals and into the hands of the Aberdeen Tigers for another turnover for Soda. That's her 20th in the game. Into the lane, Pocock floats a teardrop, banks it in. Tasha Pocock heating up from the field with her 14th point of the contest, and it's a 17-point lead for Soda. Into the paint, ball thrown away by the Soda Springs Cardinals into the Tigers defense, and the Cardinals will watch as the Tigers bring it forward. Wallen to her left with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Into the corner, a travel called before the shot of Pocock. That's her. Turns it over to the Cardinals for the 18th turnover in the game for the Aberdeen Tigers compared to 21 for Soda Springs. McCullough launches a pass to the near side, taken there by Myers, up top to Barfus. She dribbles to her right, gives to Finlayson, into the corner to Belknap, holds it over her head before giving one back up top to Myers. Pushed off to the right side of the top of the key with 3:01 left to go. McCullough steps inside, bounces one to the right side. Belknap gives back to Myers. Skips a pass through the offense of the Cardinals. Saved by Finlayson, but right back into the hands of the Tigers. Uribe throws it up ahead to Pocock, who's going to be fouled on the way up. And we'll see who it's going to go on. It's going to go on to Kat McCullough for her first. And Tasha Pocock will head to the line for 1-and-1 free throws, as that's the 9th team foul on the Cardinals. Pocock missed her last one. She's gone 5 for 7 from the free throw line as Carrillo will check into the game for Zoe Barron to take a seat on the bench. First free throw of the two, up and no good, off to the near side, missed by Pocock, rebounded by Barfus for her third, and the Cardinals will jog the ball forward with McCullough giving off to Barfus, dribbles to her right, at the top of the key, gives off to Myers. Skip past the near side, Belknap, open for a moment, gives over to Barfus, down low in the corner, before dribbling it around near the top of the key. Myers slips the pass over to Finlayson. Finlayson up top again to Barfus, who fires one down low. Myers back outside, Belknap open for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded underneath by Pocock. She pulls it down for her fourth of the game. Up the court, loses the ball on the ground. Diving for it is Belknap, and a jump ball is going to be called as Pocock and Belknap tied up, and it will remain Aberdeen basketball. 51-34 still on your Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. The lead down to 17 for the Tigers, or for the Cardinals, as the Tigers continue to cut in, and Carrillo set to inbound the ball. Goes into the paint. Rucker puts up a shot. Fouled on the play by Jessie Belknap. It'll be Jessie's third, and will send Rucker to the free throw line where she is 0 for 2. She does have 6 points in the game so far, along with 5 rebounds. One more coming up. Rucker looks with the right hand. This free throw up and good. Bottoms it out, gives her a 1 for 3 night at the line. And one more free throw attempt coming up. 35-51. Down to a 16-point lead. The Tigers continue to chip into this lead right now, and this is good momentum for moving into the district tournament. Second free throw up and good as well. And they'll be the 4 seed, and they play the first round game against the Bear Lake Bears, a team they beat both times they played them. Those are their 2 District 5 wins. 2:05 to go. Myers holds the ball near the half-court line, just continuing to hold on to it as the Cardinals milking the clock down. Barfus gives it back over to Tasha, tries to dribble through, and a foul is going to be called on Rucker as she scraped the body of Taylor Myers, and it will send Taylor to the free throw line where she's made her last 4 and has gone 4 for 6 overall. For Rucker, it's her 4th foul. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way with 1:57 left to go. Fourth quarter of play. Cardinals trying to ice this one away, and the first free throw up and good by Myers. She's made her last 5 free throws, and she's got 7 points in the game to go with her 6 rebounds. The sophomore having a solid night out there on the court. One more free throw coming up. Right-handed shooter puts this one in, gets the good roll. She's 6 for 8 now from the line. The Cardinals lead back up to 17, 53-36. To the right side, Carrillo launches one up ahead to Pocock, drives in the lane, puts up one from the free throw line, banks it off the rim. Again, rebound on the floor, dove for and picked up by Myers, who will come out of the scrum with the ball and bring it forward. Backs her way up across the timeline after getting her 7th board. Goes underneath to McCullough, who lays one up and in. Down on the court on the near side, though, as the officials will stop play after the basket was scored, is going to be Rucker. We'll see if they give the bucket or not. Not sure if they will. Right now it looks like they will, as Kat McCullough will get her first bucket of the game, and Rucker comes off of the court. Limping a little bit, comes to the near sideline. And it will be Aberdeen basketball with 1:36 left to go. The officials allowing continuation of the play as it was an in-motion pass up ahead from Myers to McCullough. It wasn't like the Cardinals stopped the play on the way up the court. Tigers will bring it forward. Wallen with the basketball will come up across the timeline. 1:30 to go. Bounce pass to Carrillo. Steps inside the three-point line before going back outside to Ponce. Use her dribble to get it over to the left side wing again. There's going to be a shot by Wallen. Puts it up short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Barfus for her 4th of the game. And will be brought up by Tawny. Gives up ahead to Finlayson across the half-court line. She'll use her dribble along the right sideline to clear herself some space. Bounces one into the corner. Belknap up top to McCullough, who swings it to Myers. 1:06 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Cardinals up by 19, 55-36. Barfus walks it to her right. Continues to her right, gets a screen from McCullough, looks inside, fakes a pass inside, now bounces one to Myers outside the three-point line. Myers fouled on the play. Uribe is going to pick up her 4th foul now, and that's going to send Taylor Myers to the free throw line once again for free throw attempts number 9 and 10. She's 6 for 8 at the line so far. 55-36. We'll see if Myers... tell them thank you, too. Thank you. Oh, man. You did? Okay, thank you. Sorry about the delay there, folks, as we had a power problem get unplugged here, and you haven't missed too much. Both free throws were good by Taylor Myers, and the Cardinals' lead went back up to 57-36. And they will have another inbounds play coming up after a quick rebound. Will be thrown up ahead on the court. It's going to be taken by McCullough. Skip to the near side. Cardinals looking to just pass the ball around and milk this one down. Leading, as I said, 57-36. Myers gives back to Barfus on the right side. Tanya will dribble to her right, guarded by Ponce before giving it back to Myers. Taylor, guarded by Pocock now near half court. Goes to her right side. Bounces over to McCullough, and 2 seconds left to go. The Cardinals coming away with a 57-36 win over the Aberdeen Tigers. The Aberdeen Tigers fought very well in the game, but come away just short, losing by 21 points to the Cardinals, but a much better improvement from the first time that they matched up against each other. We'll take a break, come back with our final stat recap on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream and video at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the post-game show on KBRV 800. The Bears, the Soda Springs Cardinals, coming away with a solid 57-36 victory. The Cardinals also getting a chance to rest some of their starters, keep everyone healthy. The one question that we do have is Reagan Yamauchi left the game with a head injury. She was bleeding from her head, but you never know with one of those how serious that injury is actually going to end up being. So we hope that she is going to end up being okay. We'll jump into our post-game show. Our shot of the game brought to you by ANC Embroidery, in the business of making your business or team look good. Give them a call at 208-604-1775. Shot of the game, we got to give it to Ariana Finlayson. She heated up from the field. 2 3-pointers in the game and 10 total points in the game as well, as Ari closes out the regular season for the Cardinals with a solid game. Other honorable mentions for that would have to be Kirsten Rasmussen's pair of threes, or the 25-foot three-pointer that Casey Smith was able to rattle home as well. Again, your shot of the game brought to you by ANC Embroidery, in the business of making your business or team look good in Soda Springs. Final stats for this one, looking down the line for the Aberdeen Tigers. First of all, Tasha Pocock, 14 points and 4 rebounds on senior night, had a phenomenal performance. Several great passes as well that we weren't able to mention too much here in the post-game show. 4 rebounds as the senior closes out her home career in the regular season on a phenomenal note. She will have one more game coming up here at home as they take on Bear Lake next Tuesday, and a big game for them. Mackenzie Rucker had 8 points and 5 rebounds for the Aberdeen Tigers as well. 4 points and 5 rebounds for Zoe Barrett, 2 points and 4 rebounds for Josefina Uribe, 3 points and 1 board for Bailey Wallen, and then 2 points and 1 rebound for Destiny Ponce. On the other side for the Soda Springs Cardinals, they had 10 points and 7 boards for Taylor Myers, 10 points, 1 rebound for Ariana Finlayson, 5 points and 6 boards for Jessie Belknap, 17 points and 5 rebounds for Kirsten Rasmussen, as she had a phenomenal night, both from the outside, hitting the first 3-pointers of the season for herself, as well as at the free throw line, from the inside post, where she had 12 points there as well. 10 points and 7 boards for Taylor Myers. We talked about that. 6 points, 2 rebounds for Casey Smith. 5 rebounds and no points for Callie Groning, and an off night for her. Alexa White with 1 rebound as well. 5 points, 1 board for Reagan Yamauchi. 2 points and 5 rebounds for Kat McCullough, and 0 points and 4 boards for Tawny Barfus. Cardinals went 12 for 22 from the free throw line with 21 turnovers in the game. The Tigers, on the other hand, went 10 for 15 from the free throw line with 18 turnovers as a team in the game. We'll take another break, come back with our sports update on the other side. Again, the Cardinals coming away with a solid 36-57 win against the Aberdeen Tigers here on KBRV 800 The Bear, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, Fish Dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Caleb Burgraff here with Reagan Thompson from the Soda Springs cheerleading team. And Reagan, you're a freshman on the team this year. What are some of the things that you've been learning on the team this year, and how's the transition from high school or from middle school to high school been for you?
I've learned a lot of confidence, and from middle school to high school, it's like a lot more hectic. It's like crazy more hectic, but yeah, a lot more confidence and a lot more like responsibility. You have to manage your time very well.
The stunting has to be something that's really a step up in level as well when it goes up to the high school level. What's some of the things that you've learned as far as being better at performing the stunts, and what are some of the favorite stunts that you've learned that you get to do?
Well, from like in middle school, it was like super basic stunts, and now in high school, it's like super complicated stunts, but you just gotta like push through. My favorite one right now, we do like this thing called, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like super cool, and it's like a fancy twist thing, but it's fun. Sometimes we don't get it, but we just gotta push through.
Definitely having that perseverance has got to be big, especially with a young team like you guys have this year. What have the seniors meant to this team? What have the veterans on the cheerleading team meant to younger kids like you?
Yeah, well, there's only 2 seniors on the team, but like Kaylee does a lot of the work because she's the captain. She's captain of varsity, but she's mainly captain of the whole team, and she does a lot. She like plans everything. She plans the uniform. She plans the hair. She does the calendar. She does a lot. She's like a role model.
A lot of different stuff goes into it. I think a lot of people don't understand goes into cheerleading as well. How much planning do you guys have to do before, say, just a basketball game as you guys get ready for it?
Right before a basketball game, we have to know uniform, we have to have the right shoes, the right kind of socks, we have to have the right kind of hair, the right bow. Like, it's crazy. We have to stretch, and we have to do tons.
A couple more questions for you, Reagan. The first one is, you guys don't have a ton of competitions as you lead towards districts and state competition. You do have one coming up on the 6th. Are you excited for that? And what, are you nervous at all for it too?
I'm like super excited for it, but I'm also nervous because it's my first competition ever while being in cheer, and it's called Cupid's Challenge. Tisha has put these water bottles out to show the mat, and it's a lot smaller than the gym, so like we have to adjust. But I'm super excited and nervous.
What's Tisha been doing to kind of prep you guys for not just the crowd, but the judging that's going to happen at a competition like that? Because in cheerleading, it's a little bit different when it comes to that judging side of things, where you're really performing for 3 people or 4 people instead of a huge crowd.
While we're practicing, Tisha will like tell us what the judges are looking for, what kind of judges there are. They'll be like line judges, so we always have to have our lines correct. And if we don't, she'll like yell at us while we're performing. Like, not harsh yelling, like constructive criticism. I didn't mean it like that.
Reagan, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with us. Great job on the interview, and looking forward to hopefully hearing good things about the Soda cheering team as you guys get ready for your first competition.
Yeah, thanks.
That was freshman Reagan Thompson of the Soda Springs cheerleading squad, as they are going to be competing again February 6th in their first competition of the year, leading up into districts, which will be the week after that. We'll have a look at our sports update coming up after this break on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left. You're not going to. Then what you're going to do is turn onto Marcy Avenue. Just broke up and go past the first 3 lights and then take the next left.
I don't really think she's 5 more blocks,
and you should be there.
Who am I to judge, right?
Park on the right.
That's what I heard last night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, Get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
It may be.
Welcome back out to the home of the Aberdeen Tigers, cutting that final commercial break just a little bit short to wrap things up here one final time as the Cardinals come away with a 57-36 win to move to 16-5 on the season, as well as 8-0 in District 5 play heading into their District 5 tournament. They'll be playing at home on Thursday against the winner of Aberdeen and Bear Lake. That leads us into our look ahead, and we start off with next Monday. The Soda Springs boys will be welcoming the same Aberdeen team into the home gym in a rescheduled contest. We'll be on air at 6:40 with the opening tip at 7 o'clock on mylocalradio.com, as well as on air at KBRV 800 The Bear. After that, on Tuesday, the Grace girls will be opening up their district tournament as they'll take on Chalice. That game will take place at West Jefferson, a 4:40 pregame and a 5 o'clock opening tip for that one is the scheduled time right now. That may change and be moved back later to 7 o'clock that night. Friday, the 3rd on Wednesday, we'll be out in North Gem watching the boys take on Showban. That a scheduled 7:30 opening tip with a 7:10 pregame show. On the 4th, as we mentioned, the Aberdeen Tigers and the Bear Lake Bears. The winner of that game will be heading to Soda Springs to take on the Soda Girls. That's a 7 o'clock opening tip as well with a 6:40 pregame show. And then on the Friday, it'll be the North Gem boys against Clark County at 6:10 with a 6:30 opening tip, or the Grace boys against Declo. We have not decided which game to do in that case, but we are going to make a decision as we see how the tournament and how the standings start shaking out a little bit more. And wrapping it all up, next Saturday, the Soda Springs boys will be traveling up here to Aberdeen. It'll be a 2:30 opening tip and a 2:10 pregame show. Video cast will not be included with that. It will be audio only. You can still go on to mylocalradio.com to listen to it, but you will have no video cast. It'll just be a still shot in the background, much like we do for the postseason, because we need to get back to Soda Springs that night for another district game for the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals. They'll be playing at 7 o'clock with a 6:40 opening tip against an opponent still to be decided after the first round of the district tournament is played. Well, take a break. That wraps things up actually on KBRV 800 The Bear, as that's our look ahead. I want to thank you for listening into the Cardinal postgame show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I'd also like to thank our sales team, as well as our office manager, Kim Miller, and general manager, Warren Cook. Thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. Once again, final score tonight, the Cardinals win 57-36 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Back after this, we'll thanking my videographer, Darby Seipert. I'm Caleb Berggraf saying until next time, go Cardinals, go Caribou County.
We hope you have enjoyed this presentation of Caribou County basketball on KBRV The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Visit our website for a full schedule of upcoming games and for recaps of every game we have covered this year. Until next time we take to the air with Caribou County Sports, goodbye and good night.